Hello everyone, in this video we're gonna teach you how you can do custom reporting from the live data. See, you can apply the several filters within your data. So see, this is the data sheet, main data sheet, and now I want to see, for example, the New York City, and in New York City how much is snack sales we have done, how much cracker sales we have done, okay, how much snacks cracker sales we have done in the Los Angeles, right? I can see all the Los Angeles data. I can see a particular product. For example, I want to trust in chocolate chips, so you can see the chocolate chips data is coming. Similarly, I can do it with a region. For example, I want to see a East region data, West region data. I can just simply apply all the cookies data from all the several cities. For example, now I want to see, okay, how much cookies we have done from the Boston, so you can apply the Boston here. So basically you are able to do live filtering of the data. Previously you have done the filtration in this way, that you just go and apply the filters like this, and then you select here and then here, so, and sometime you forgot which filter do you apply. But now here you can choose from drop down from the top, and your live reporting is created right away through the technique, through the formulas, through the functions, and we will teach you how we can do that. So please watch this video from start till the end, and if you have not subscribed the channel yet, please do subscribe now. So let's begin the learning. So let's start developing the filtered list. What you need to do, you must be having data in front of you. I have some hypothetical data in front of me right now. So this is the data sheet. What I need to do, I will first create my result sheet, or you can show that the filter report, right? So in the filter report, okay, I want to apply these 4 filters, right? So I will simply copy them and paste it here, so I get the headings here, right? And here I'll be using my drop downs to calculate my fields, and here at the right below these filters I'm gonna show my results. So I will copy all my headers as well. So in the bottom I will show the results. Let's do some alignment, right? And here are my filters. Okay, make it a good coloring, so it's become more visible. Okay, and here I'm gonna put my filtered values, right? So let me just increase the width of them. Okay, so now they looks good. Okay, here I need a drop down where I can select my region, city, categories, and product. So I need to create another sheet which I will call as drop down, and now I will do what? I will copy all of my data which I require drop downs. So I just copy them here. Now here I will do one by one. Select column A, go in data, go on remove duplicates, continue with the same selection and remove duplicates, and here's the region. Press OK. So I have only 2 region, east and west, and in the city part, what I need to do, I will do remove duplicate, continue with the current selection, and do the same with the rest of my drop down list as well. So let's do it quickly. And the last one, remove duplicate, continue correct selection, press OK. So now I have the list of the region, city, categories, and the product. What I need to do, I need to apply a drop down here. So I will put my cursor in a cell where I need a drop down. I will go on data and then the data validation, then click on data validation, then I will click on the list and the source, and here I will select my region and press OK. So now I got my region drop down. Let me again increase some, okay, make it more visible in this way. Okay, so I now can select east and west from here. Here I will apply a drop down for the city. I will again go on data, then I will go on data validation, then I will go on list, then select the source, and this is my city. Press OK. Similarly with this one, data validation, then the list, source 1, and this is my categories, and press OK. So I got my categories now, and here in the data validation I will click on list, source, and I will do the same for the product as well. So now I just selected all of them accordingly, right? Cookies and yes, carrot with, and so I can do any of them or all of them, and my list should pop up accordingly, right? So let's remove this and let's select a New York, a city, randomly, right? So now I will first apply my calculation for the New York only for 1 filters, then I will do for 2 filters, then 3 filters, then 4 filters. How we can do it? This is the most crucial part of this video, so please watch carefully how we can apply this on our reports. So if you look at the city, the New York line is coming at the line number 5, and then the second line is coming at the line number 10. So my first objective is to find on which line my all the filters are satisfying. Initially I am applying only a city filters, so we will do a step by step, right? So let's find how we can calculate our city part. Okay, so in order to calculate it, okay, let's move it to the right, and I need one column for the calculation of the row, right? How I can calculate the row for my filtered data? If I know that row, then I can fetch the data from that particular row, but first I need to identify which one is my row. Okay, so I need a row number. So I have one function available in Microsoft Excel which is called aggregate. Return an aggregate in a list or a database, right? You can read the description. Let me zoom in so you can clearly see what I'm doing. Okay, so aggregate, right? When you open the aggregate, the first input it requires a function number. So I will need to calculate the row from smallest to the highest. So I will select number 15 function number, which is a small. Okay, so I type 15 here, then I'll press comma. Then it is asking me which values should I fetch and which criteria I should follow. So I need to ignore all the error values, right? So which is the value number 6. Okay, so you will press 6 here, then press comma. Now it is asking for array. Now here the magic trick will work to get the data from the data sheet into our filter report. So what you need to do first is that you will open the bracket, you will type 1, and then you will divide it by your array criteria. Now what is my criteria? My criteria is that I need to check on this data, right? This data, I will freeze that column, right, by pressing F4 button, right? So from this array I need to match equal sign. I need to match this part, right? If column C contain New York, for example, if this value becomes true, in programming language, true means 1, false means 0. So 1 divided by 1 is equals to 1. So that's the reason I input 1 divided by, right? So this is my first criteria. Let me put it into a bracket, and then I close the bracket, right? And then I will multiply it, okay, with the raw number, right? With the raw number of the same, right? You can choose any of them, no worries, right? And press the close, and then you will close the bracket, and then you will close the bracket again. Sorry, then you will press comma. Now it's asking, okay, which sequence do you need? Which is the smallest number do you need? I need a first smallest row available with the criteria of New York, and then I'll press the bracket close and then enter. It gives me answer 5. What if I say I need a second line, then it's saying 10. What if I say that I need a third line? It's 11. So let's say 5, 10 and 11. Let's say, so in a fifth line I have a New York, then I don't have New York until I reach the line number 10, then line number 11. This is the third line, and the fourth line is line number 16. So you can test it by just typing 4th here, and it says the row number 16, right? Once you know where is your row number, you can get this data. I will get this data now, and then I will play with more tweak inside the same aggregate function to apply the rest of the categories, right? How, I will show you in a moment. Let's first find the data from the row number 16. So I will now I can now apply the function which is called index. In an index, I will select all the data, right? F4 to freeze the column and rows, then press comma. Now it's asking for the row number. So here my row number is 16, right? I can freeze the column A and then press the comma, and my column number is first and close. So I just got the date. Okay, I can change the formatting to the date, right? I can copy the same formula and apply it here with column number 2, column number 3, column number 4, and the 5, and the 6, and the 7, and the 8. So from this row number I just found the line number 16 data. So if I change it to the line number the first data, so you can see New York with the cookies, right? Let me drag it down a bit so you see more results. Okay, I didn't freeze it, that's my bad. Give me one moment. Let's just freeze it, B2. Okay, so when you bring it down, okay, the same data is coming. So this can be line number 2, line number 3, line number 4. So you must be noticing I'm doing it manually, line number 1, 2, 3. How I can automate this, I will also let you know this part. But before I do that, I will first apply the rest of the categories, rest of the filters that I require to incorporate in our aggregate function. So you can see that this part is basically the result part, and this part of the function is a criteria part. So here I need to apply more criterias, right? So in order to apply the more criterias, I will multiply the same criteria with more fields. So let's say I select this, all of them, and then I freeze it. Then you will multiply it and go on filters report, and I need to apply this one, right? And you can freeze it, and you can take this into a bracket, and this one should be divided with, oh, excuse me, excuse me, one second, just missed the part. And this one should be divided with all of this part. So if you understand the board mass will always do the division first, then the multiplication, then addition, then subtraction. So you have to bring it into the bracket, the complete syntax. So then the system will calculate this part and then multiply divided by the 1. So if you enter it, excuse me, if you enter it, you are seeing an error because there is no criteria you just defined. So in this way you need to, let's apply crackers. So there are no crackers with the New York. Let's say bars, let's say cookies, Okay, let's say snakes. Okay, let's identify what thing we have done wrong in our data set. So 1 divided by this part, and okay, so here is my mistake. Instead of equal sign, I did a multiplication, so this should be equal. I press enter. So line number 11 is the New York with the snacks, right? So if I choose bars, so this is the line number 10. So if I choose cookies, this is the line number 5, and this is the snacks one. So you can see my result is working very effectively. So if I apply the same line, same formula to the rest of the line with the second field, with the third field, and with the fourth field, so you can see all of my results are the snacks on a different dates. So if I change it to the bars, so this is my bars result at a New York station. This is my crackers result with the cracker station. But what if I want to see only New York, not a cracker now? With the same formula, means whether I want to see with category or not, I just remove this and you can see everything is error now. So why is that happening? Why it is showing the errors? It should show me the New York ascending orders. Why it is saying that you must enter a criteria? If I'm entering a criteria, it's working, but if not entering the criteria, it's not working. The reason is it is the multiplication. This is the multiplication. So that means if this line is equals to this one, if I'm not entering anything, then there is no blank columns there. So that's the reason it is showing the error in our calculation. So in order to cover this part, what you need to do, you need to apply a if condition on these criteria reports. So this equals to always this means I don't need to match anything. I am matching the same values with the same criteria. So I'm saying if my this part is blank, or let's say not equals to blank, then do this filtration, right? Otherwise apply the same criteria, bracket close, enter. Similarly, I need to apply the same thing on here as well. If my this part is not equals to blank, then apply this one, F4. You should freeze them, that's important. Otherwise follow the same criteria. So 1 equals to always 1 like this, so you enter it. So now if you remove this criteria, you can see this one is working. I need to repeat them in the rest of the lines. So this is my second, this is my third, this is my fourth. So you can see cookies, bars, snack bars, everything is coming. But if I am applying a criteria, then it's showing only the matching criteria one. You can see that, right? Similarly, I can apply the region and the product. Yes, the formula will be going too much longer, and yes, that's how this works, so you have to follow that. So now my second step is to apply the region, which is the column B. So the easy way is you just copy your last criteria from this green bar from here to here, right? From here to here, you copy it and now you can put it in the middle, right? And now from C you can change it to the B, and this B you can change it to the A, and this C can be changed into the B. So you just applied the regional criteria as well. So east, you can see east, you can see west. Okay, so there is no west available with the New York side. So you can see that now, that right. So West New York is not possible. New York comes in an East region, right? That's one. That's the reason you are showing the error, but this is functioning fine. Similarly, you can apply now the product criteria. The product criteria is at the column E, right? And here we have D. So now you open it again. Similarly, you copy the last criteria, put 2 star in the middle and Control V. Now change this C to DE, okay, and change it to the D and change it to the E. And you can enter it, right? So East with the particular product carrot, so there is no carrot, whole sweet, no. So let's say we have, it's a potato chips, so you can select the potato chocolate chips. We don't have it. Potato chips, yes, we have it, right? So this is now the list is all coming. Now if I repeat this into the several line, I need to change it from 1 to 2, 3, 4. But how I can automate? I need to apply in several lines. So there is a formula which is called row. If you just look at the answer, it is giving you the answer of the same. So I need to apply 1 here, 2 here, 3 here, 4 here. So the answer I will apply for the row is 6. If I minus it with the 5, it will give me answer 1. Here the answer will be the 7. If I deduct the 5, it will give me the answer 2. So that means I can apply a function in the last part which is called row and deduct it with minus 5. So now I can simply repeat in this way, and you can notice that if there is an error, it is showing a num value. So I can take this complete part in a formula which is called if error, then answer is, let's say, just simple a dash, right? So this is now a simple a dash, and I can apply a condition here that if this equals dash, then show dash here instead of calculating anything, otherwise apply the index formula, right? So now I can copy all of it and paste it here in a 2, here at the position 3, 4, here I can apply it 5, 6, 7 and 8, right? So now I just got everything. I can copy everything and just go it till as much line as you can. So now you can see I just done with my complete report, automated report. So similar, so now if I remove it, so I am having all the East records, right? So if I want to see a West record, I can see the West part. How cool is it? I can cut it and put it into the next columns, and I can hide this line, as simple as that, because that's the calculation part. I want to see all the cities which is coming in a Boston, so this is all the Boston, San Diego. I want to see a San Diego bars, I want to see a San Diego crackers, I want to see a cookies. Okay, in a cookies I want to see chocolate chips, I want to see a potato. There is no data. Okay, for potato, how many San Diego? Okay, we have snack categories, right? I want to see let's say I want to see a cookies in West region, I want to see a cookies in East region, I want to see a cookies in Los Angeles, New York, San Diego, and yes, the cookies with chocolate chips. So you can see this is the live reporting I am doing from my data by using a simple trick by understanding the aggregate formula. So let me know in comments, do you like this or not, and also subscribe to this channel, and I will see you in the next video. And do let me know which video you want me to build next. Thank you so much and have a nice day.